Sadio Mane is widely recognised as one of the world's best attackers. The Liverpool player won the African Football of the Year award in 2019 and also came fourth in the same year for the notorious Ballon d'Or award. Lionel Messi, who actually won the award, even admitted he voted for Mane to be recognised as the best player that year. What makes his rising success even more remarkable is the journey he had to overcome to become a professional footballer, which will be explained in this video. As always, if you do enjoy this video, please do give it a like, subscribe and turn on notification bells to help the channel out. Now let's get straight into it. Sadio Mane was born in Bambali, a small village in Senegal via home birth, as the village didn't have a hospital. Due to his family's strong beliefs and discipline, his father actually forbid him from playing football and to concentrate on more reasonable ambitions. When Mane was just 7 years old, unfortunately his father passed away due to a stomach illness, adding an even darker cloud to an already tough childhood. Mane recalls the events by saying, "We brought him some traditional medicine and it kept him calm for 3 or 4 months. The sickness came back, but this time the medicine didn't work, and because there was no hospital in Bambali, they had to take him to the next village to see if they could save his life. But it was not the case." He was a man with a big heart. When he died, it had a big impact on me and the rest of my family. I said to myself, now I have to do my best to help my mother. This drove Mane to be even more determined and driven to fulfill his dreams. After initial refusal, his family finally gave in as Mane had started to show his talents and there was growing belief he could become a professional. At the age of around 15-16, Mane travelled to Dakar with his uncle, the capital of Senegal, to increase his chances of becoming a footballer. When he attended the trial at Generation 4 Academy, the manager assumed Mane was lost since his attire and boots were so worn out. But after convincing the man to test him out, Mane impressed instantly. He recalls this interaction as, "He asked me, 'Are you here for the test?' I said I was. He asked me, 'With those boots, look at them, how can you play in them?' Then he said, 'And with those shorts, you don't even have proper football shorts?' I told him what I came was the best I had, and I only wanted to play, to show myself. When I got on the pitch, you could see the surprise on his face. He came to me and said, 'I'm picking you straight away, you'll play in my team.' After those trials, I went to the academy." It was here where he was then spotted by Olivier Perrin, a scout for French side Metz. He described seeing Mane for the first time as making football look like a video game, due to how good and effortless he made playing look. This was a chance Mane had been waiting for all his life, and was delighted to sign for Metz and start his journey in Europe via France. For Metz, he made 22 appearances, scoring 2 goals, but his season was impacted with injury. This then led to homesickness, as the culture and weather difference was very different to what he was used to in Senegal. But he knew he had to be strong and maintain his focus, so whenever he would speak with his family back home, he would not mention to them his struggles as to not worry them. He recalls these moments where he struggled by saying, "I was injured for a few months, 5 or 6. It was not easy at the start. The weather was tough, the culture was not the same. I was really missing home because it was so different to what I knew in Senegal and especially in my village. So it was not easy. But in my head, it was to become a professional footballer. So anything I would get, I was not going to just be offered it. I had to work hard. So in my head, I decided to work to get what I want." His perseverance and the fact he was now playing in France started to attract interest from other clubs due to his brilliant dribbling, skills and work rate. Despite Metz getting relegated, Mane's start to professional football meant clubs could see potential in this young player. Gerard Houllier, who at the time was working as a scout for Austrian side RB Salzburg, took the credit for signing him from Metz. He said, "I quickly discovered that Metz would be willing to sell for financial reasons. Salzburg agreed to buy him and we paid 4 million. The potential was there and we just had to make sure he was well looked after." The former Liverpool manager even claimed in a pre-season friendly for Red Bull, even Bayern Munich were immediately interested despite him just signing for the Austrian club. Houllier said, "We played a friendly against Bayern Munich and Salzburg won 3-0. He scored 1 and made 1. Bayern wanted to sign him after that." So from starting in a poor village in Senegal to now grabbing the interest of the world's best clubs, it was at Salzburg where he really started to make waves. In 87 games he recorded 45 goals and 32 assists, nearly a goal contribution every game, helping his side to 2 championships as well as 2 cup victories. His impressive form resulted in Southampton signing him for a fee of just under 12 million on a 4-year contract. For Southampton he made an instant impact and in 2 seasons scored 25 goals. It was also at Southampton where he broke a record, becoming the fastest player to score a hat-trick. He did this in just 2 minutes and 56 seconds against Aston Villa. He smashed the previous record, which was held by Robbie Fowler, which took him 4 minutes and 33 seconds. His brilliant performances caught the eye of Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp, who ironically came close to signing Mane earlier in his career when Klopp was managing Borussia Dortmund. The deal fell through back then, but Klopp would not make the same mistake twice and signed Mane to Liverpool for a fee of 34 million on a 5-year contract. This made Mane the most expensive African player in history at the time of the transfer. In what has since proved to be one of the best signings ever, it's fair to say Mane has lived up to his price tag. At Liverpool, he helped the club to finally end their 30-year wait to win the Premier League, as well as winning the Champions League in 2019 against Tottenham. Mane has been an ever-present member of the side and is always one of the first names on the team sheet. In 218 games for Liverpool so far, he's managed to score 97 goals as well as contribute to 43 assists. The little boy who dreamed of being a professional footballer had finally reached the highest of heights in terms of club football. Despite being a world-class footballer as well as being a very rich and famous person, Mane has remained true to himself and his beliefs. He really is one of the nicest and most humble guys in world football. One of those players which even rival fans appreciate, mixing exquisite skill and talent with an extraordinary work ethic, all whilst remaining humble and sincere. Despite his fortunes, Mane has not forgotten his roots. Remembering the death of his father and the lack of hospital and healthcare in his village, he ended up paying for a hospital out of his own pocket. Mane said he wanted to give people hope and prevent others from going through what he and his family had to. It was also reported that he had donated £250,000 to fund a new secondary school, as he believes education is important for the kids of Senegal to fulfill their dreams. He also donated over £40,000 to help deal with coronavirus in his homeland. Despite being a star player, there is various footage of him carrying the team's water and equipment and cleaning a mosque, rather than seeing these tasks as beneath him. And I'm sure there is countless examples which doesn't get reported on since he's such a humble and private guy. So yeah, that was the path that Sadio Mane had to take to make his dreams come true. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please do give the video a like, subscribe, turn on notifications so you don't miss a future video. And I hope to see you again on Football Scope in the future.